Good morning, I'm Sharaad Kuttan and welcome to BFM's Morning Headlines. It's the 31st of March. Yes, we're at the end of the month. Now, I want to start with this picture because it says everything about Malaysia and its future. There it is. There's the Prime Minister. There's the former Prime Minister who ruled for 22 years. That's his son, who's now the Chief Minister, or rather Menteri Besar of Kedah, with aspirations to become the Prime Minister. And that man owns too much of our economy. So that's the portrait of the political elite and Malaysia's politics for a generation to come. I don't know if this is a picture that makes you happy, but that perhaps is the picture of the reality. The other stories of the Malaysian Reserve and the other Financial Daily, of course, is the story of KLIA 2. The costs are expected to exceed 4 billion ringgit. Cost overruns? Is that an old story? You tell me. Now we're back to MH370, that story that has in fact dominated headlines for the last 3 weeks. Stop the boycott. Well, what is the boycott? The boycott of Malaysia. By whom? By people unhappy with Malaysia. This is coming apparently from young Chinese students who used to study here, and they are part of an alumni association, the Malaysian Association of China Students Alumni. They're saying that the bad press against Malaysia is not fair, and so of course they get high visibility because that's the message we're trying to send ourselves. And the message is, don't blame us. Don't blame us. Jangan salahkan Malaysia. Yes. Don't blame us for what? Well, suspicions that we're hiding information. So Sinar Harian has this headline: Malaysia tak sorok maklumat, because that's not their words. That's the word of Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein, son, of course, of the former Prime Minister of Malaysia. Now he is multiple ministers, Minister of Defence and also Minister of, or Acting Minister of Transport. He's been the face of government all along in this MH370 saga. He's saying he's got a big interview in the Sinar Harian today. Other stories on the periphery? Wan Azizah, PKR, party elections. What's going to come of that? A lot of people who are anti-Pakatan, anti-PKR making much hay of the Anwar Ibrahim and Wan Azizah fight for the presidency. Now, back to MH370. Yes, folks, the talk is ticking, and it's ticking with regard to the black box and the bleep it sends out, the signal that allows the black box to be traced. It has a lifespan, it's not particularly long, and the clock is ticking on that. Bright Berita Harian says there, it is in fact now a mission to find the black box. Not a mission to find survivors, though there's still some talk on the edges about survivors. I don't see how that can continue. Government has to be much clearer about the message it wants to send. It's either suggesting that there are no survivors, because there's no way that plane could have landed anywhere safely. And so the essential thing, it's a search and recovery mission now, not a search and rescue mission. So you have lots of stories on Malaysia-China relations there in the pages, including this. There's a woman who's going to run 50 kilometers for many days, working herself from east to west. And in Italy, where she ends her run, she's going to be met by the Prime Minister and his wife. Yes, they're going to Italy just to meet her. That's so sweet of it. It's really good to know that our politicians have their priorities correct. Malay Mail has this story about doctors. This is really kind of left field story. Nothing in the media recently really kind of relates to this. But anyway, they have that story. It's interesting. It's a refreshing break from the dominance of MH370. There, of course, that picture dominates, and that's all about MH370. That little peripheral story there about a man who killed his wife and his pet dogs, and then himself, because he alleged that his wife was having an affair, which started on Facebook. That's reflected there on Menteri Harian. That's the blood-stained mattress where the murder took place. So there it is. But before that, a bit of self-promotion. Yes, folks, I am given to self-promotion. I appear in this week's The Heat. The Heat, yes. And I am a new columnist for them. And I want to point out why this is so important to read. Well, it's, like I said, self-promotion, so I'm going to say it's important, stunning. It's the kind of thing that will cheer your week up. There it is. There I am. hands are, kind of folded in self-importance, and the headline, how bad will it get? Yes, if you want to know, you have to read The Heat and cough up 3 ringgit 60 cent. It's only 3 ringgit 60 cent, folks. Less than a movie. I'm so much more entertaining than so many others, I think. Okay, that's all we have, but I can't leave without the word of the day, and the word of the day is sorok. Sorok, that is, sorok is hide, and remember, when it comes to the political elite of this country, they're not hiding anything. No, folks, they're not. It's all there for you to see, the future laid out before them. Thank you so much. I'm Sharaad Kuttan. This is BFM's Morning Headlines, the 31st of March, BFM 89.9.